will just play the single player their first time through and not really pay attention to the city itself and what's going on in the city. And I kind of feel like the game probably shouldn't have been a free roam game. I mean, it feels like they give you the option, but they don't really take advantage of it and make you want to explore the city. So when I played Arkham Asylum, I thought the game should be free roam. That's one of the things I wanted, and I was glad that they did. But when Arkham City finally came out, I was like, they probably should have just kept it in the formula of Arkham Asylum, because I didn't really use any of the free roam elements in the game. I mean, I basically went from point to point doing what I had to do in the main story. But that is my only real complaint about the game, and that actually is a small complaint. It may sound like I'm making it a big deal, but it really is a small complaint. I still give the game like a 9.0, 9.5. I think it's an awesome game. Some of the side missions are very fun, and they offer a lot to do. Like the Mad Hatter one, I love that side quest. It's short, and all you really do is fight, but I really like that one. It's weird and all that, but the Riddler trophies, I think they are hidden very well, just like they were in the first game. The riddles are... I think the riddles themselves aren't as... At least some of them anyway. I don't think they're as like creative as the ones in the first game. But I mean, they're still fun to figure out. Riddler, you are more involved with Riddler in this game than you were in the first one. You seem pretty involved with a lot of Batman's enemies in this game than you were in the first one. And it's pretty awesome. I mean, they did a pretty awesome job with this game, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. I'm not so sure about the free roam. I mean, it doesn't feel like it should have been free roam. I mean, the first game you played it and you felt like it should have been free roam, but for me, playing this game, looks like they did the complete opposite and made it feel like it shouldn't have been free roam. But either way, I mean, the game is still fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I was really excited when they first announced this game to come out. I wanted to get it, just because I was finally glad that they took, a superhero game and made it good. I mean, besides Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, there hasn't really been many good superhero video games. I mean, there are no good Superman video games. All of them have sucked terribly. Personally, I don't think they'll ever really make a good Superman game, but they did do a very good job with it, and I'm glad at what they did. They've made some okay Spider-Man games. The last two that have come out are a little like off from the regular Spider-Man story, I guess, but they were pretty fun. They were okay. I'd probably give the last two Spider-Man games like a... God, what were they called? I think one was Shattered Dimensions, and then the newest one that came out 2011, I think, was Edge of Time or something like that. But I'd probably give those two games like a 7.0, 7.5 maybe. They were okay games. They weren't terrible, nothing to brag about, but they were okay. But other than that, no, like, none of the other superheroes have gotten like a really good game. There are some superheroes that would probably be kind of hard to make a game after them. Like, they have a Green Lantern game. It was based off the movie with Ryan Reynolds, but I never played it because it was, a movie game. But I I highly doubt that game is good. I mean, I haven't looked at any reviews because I never cared, because when it came out, I was pretty positive that it was going to be terrible because, again, it was a movie-based game. But, I mean, I could see how making, a full-on Green Lantern game would be kind of hard, because his powers would be kind of hard to portray, I guess. But like other superheroes, like the Flash. I mean, he's one of my favorite superheroes. I like the Flash. He is cool, but it'd be kind of hard to make a video game after him. Just because, I mean, he has super speed. I mean, I'm not really sure how you would make a video game based off of that alone, but I'm pretty sure if they twisted the story or whatever around, they could probably come up with something. But I'm glad Batman was perfect to just start it off. Hopefully, like, other studios or developers will try and make good superhero based games, or I mean, try to make something in the superhero genre that can reclaim it a little bit, because there's, I don't know, when you think of a superhero video game, you don't think of anything super awesome. I mean, there was a Captain America video game, the one based off the movie, and that game was actually alright. For a movie-based game, that one was pretty alright. I mean, the battle system was a lot like Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham Cities, where, I mean, you just beat the shit out of people. I mean, the game was actually pretty good. I mean, it doesn't compare to this game, for example, but that game was actually pretty good. It was probably, I mean, for being a movie game, it was probably as good as the last two Spider-Man games, which were, full-on games. They weren't like, you guys get what I'm saying, but they did a pretty good job with that game, especially since Captain America is pretty cool. I like Captain America. He's pretty badass. But I liked the movie too. The movie was pretty cool. I liked it. But I mean, these are really long credits, and I wanted to go over that and just voice my opinion. I know eventually some people are gonna complain, bitch and moan about me voicing my opinion, so you can tell them to stick it, because it is my opinion and I'm entitled to that. I mean, it's not like I'm giving the game a bad score. I'm giving the game a fantastic score, because the game literally is awesome, and they did a fantastic job with it. I'm gonna get a drink. Pepsi. But I mean, so people just don't, freak out on me. They still did do a fantastic job with the game, and I am super happy with it. They couldn't make me happier. These credits are super long, and I really have nothing else to talk about. And at this point, I may as well just keep going and talking instead of stopping the commentary. But I don't know, and it doesn't look like we're getting really near the end, so I don't know. I think some people said these are like 15-minute credits, and that's just ridiculous. I don't know, man. I guess it just takes that many people to make a awesome game like this. I actually like how in like Dead Space 1 and 2 you can move the analog stick down and speed up the credits. It was faster in Dead Space 1 than it was 2, but you can still do it in both of them, and it was nice. But next, I guess I'll record some Dead Space 1, and then after that, probably some Uncharted stuff, but definitely some Dead Space after this. I love Dead Space. It's a fantastic game series. I love the Dead Space series. Dead Space 2 is my #1 game of 2011. Actually, that game did get ahead of this game, just because I mean I love game. I tend to like games like that better than Batman, but don't get me wrong, Batman is still a good game. I just like Dead Space 2 more, just because I prefer that type of game. And they improved upon Dead Space in just about every way possible in Dead Space 2. And you got to stab Isaac Clarke in the eye with a needle. So that was awesome. And really, I just like EA in general. EA releases quite a few games a year, and quite a few of them are very good. Last year, you know, you had Dead Space 2, you had Dragon Age 2, you had Bulletstorm, which I really liked. I really liked Bulletstorm. That game was pretty sweet. You had Crysis 2, which I thought was meh. The game overall I thought was meh, but the game looked amazing. But the story in general, the multiplayer was meh. I'd give that game like a 7.5. I mean, I don't really think that game really does anything outstanding other than look pretty. But the game does definitely succeed at looking pretty. And there was actually one video I saw. I don't know if it's the company that makes Crysis is called Crytek. It's the developer name. They're called Crytek, and they have, I believe their engine is called the Cry engine, and I don't know if it was a new model or a new version of the engine, or if they used the one that made Crysis 2, but there was a video. I guess it's supposed to be a realistic military shooter type game. It's supposed to look realistic, and everything's just supposed to be realistic in that game. And I guess, like, I saw a video on it. They showed some footage of it, and everyone's like, you know, jizzing in their pants over how good the game looks. I'm sitting there like, the game doesn't look that great. And personally, to me, it doesn't look that realistic to me. Like, I don't know what these guys are thinking, but I don't know. But it looks like the credits are over. Congratulations, alternative Batman outfits. Any downloaded alternative Batman outfits can now be worn in the main story mode and New Game Plus. Choose your alternative outfit after continuing your game from the main menu. Good stuff. I always like it when games include a New Game Plus, like Dead Space 2, for example.
Time to get my things and quit this damn town for good.
Alright, so I guess next time we will come back and finish this little bit up, some of Catwoman's stuff. We're gonna go get her stuff from her apartment and possibly go beat some ass. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Please leave a like and/or subscribe. I'll see you guys for the last little bit of Arkham City.